I don't have my headphones in, so I don't know how exactly this is going to sound, but I'm confident after my first two videos that I've got this set up right and it's going to sound pretty good. So hopefully you'll agree. And I thought I have to record this right now and see if it sounds as good as I think it does. So maybe you guys can let me know in the comments if it sounds good or not. You always run out of battery in a couple of hours. Female 26.7%. Top countries. United States 52.2%. Specify an accent like Welsh or Irish, Northern Irish, Scottish, English, of which there are loads of different accents. Then it doesn't really make sense to say British accent when you almost always are talking about English. Mga maunu. Mga maunu. Kaikora. Kaikora. Kayapoi. Kayapoi. Akaroa. Not even gonna say what it is. If you haven't seen this film, then I don't know what I can say about it. I can't say anything about it other than it's one of the all-time great movies ever. So is a power outage of any length because we don't have a generator, and we have a heating system which runs on hot water going through pipes, and I am terrified that if we lost power for a while in sub-zero temperatures, that those pipes would freeze and cause all sorts of damage. So this one I thought of last night when I was watching the latest Matty Tingles video, and I thought, he's got spray bottles with water. Why don't I do more liquid triggers? So I think this is my first one. Kaunis. Kaunis. Outing on Valo. Outing on Valo. Ellen Kautinen. Grace particularly likes this one. Grace has done a mixture of different audios on her channel, including ASMR. So I'm going to put the link below this video. I do eventually get back to my neighbourhood, and here in Canada we don't have mailboxes on the house itself, at least not where I live. We have community mailboxes, and so they're like near the house where everybody has a mailbox, and you go and pick up your mail whenever you feel like it, right? So this beer's a bit of a mystery, in that we don't know what it is. All I know is that it tastes quite nice. It's like a pale lager with a little bit of a fruity flavour going on. And I'll tell you some of the statistics that's on the side, which I find quite interesting. In Australia and New Zealand, this beer is 1.54 standard drinks. Check this one out. I have no idea where this cup came from. I'm assuming it's a cup. It's almost a vase, perhaps. $7.10. Now this happened to me probably about 6 times in the whole 12 years or so that I was in New Zealand. So it didn't happen very often, but it happened enough that I remember it. So you buy your items, you go to the checkout, and they say, "That'll be 17. And you're like, what? Yeah, Boxing Rock over the top sour mash cranberry wheat ale. And I thought, you know what, I probably won't like it, but I have to try it. I mean, you have to try it, right? Cranberry wheat ale sour mash. I thought, okay, well, I'm at least going to buy one. So I did. And all these beer bottles sound the same when you think maybe you've not seen. I don't know, less mainstream ones, I suppose. Anyway, the Thin Red Line. Now, I don't know. I think a lot of people haven't seen it because it came out the same year as Saving Private Ryan. And even though Saving Private Ryan is awesome, and I believe it won Best Picture that year, 1998. Man, she's pretty cool. But yeah, okay, man, I'm gonna leave you to it. Okay, I gotta go, man. I got a YouTube channel, and I'm making a video tonight, so I thought I'd yeah. Okay, hey, look, man, I gotta start recording. Yeah, well, it's yeah. Oh, basically, I fake a Scottish accent for the next 20 minutes. 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39. Now, where's the gain? Gain is quite low. So I don't know if this one's gonna sound very loud or not, but I'll give it a go. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. And I don't mean the sound. It's cool because this is a little makeup brush, as I'm sure you've guessed. And I saw a little cloud of makeup just come off of there. I'm going to put more on and see what happens again. Going to boil the kettle. No, we're not. We're going to put on the kettle. Kettle. K-E-H. Gap. U-L-L. That's how I would phonetically spell it. Kettle. Kettle. Again, 2 T's in the middle of the word. Never had a chance. Illustrate this is your life is a book. Your life is a book. And the person who has depersonalization disorder thinks about the paper, they think about the ink, they think about the binding, the sticker on the back, the ISBN number, how old it is, who's going to get this book after me, where's this book going to go, am I going to lose this book? And they have completely forgotten about the story. Your life is the story in the book. Relax. 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 Breathe. Breathe. Or maybe we can do a deal. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. What do you think? Did you want some? Please. You know, I guess it could be just a case of mistaken identity. Perhaps the real criminals just slipped in and slipped out. And you were the unfortunate one who just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And yet beautiful, with the most, alluding to the rescue, the most incredible moments of salvation that I've ever seen. Batches of 5, okay? So 1, 4, 4, 6, 6. Cool. 3, 2, 2, 1, 2. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay. And I've got 3 of them, which I was delighted to find. This one is in really good condition. Take a look at that. How cool and how intricate is that? Right? Zestenen. 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 Onelinen. 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 生活是美好的。我刚来，没有说过双文。我刚来，没有说过双文。Dollar bill that it's passed from person to person very frequently, so they tend to be the most worn. So there's creases in it, and I can never find one which looks really good. This one looks not bad. There we have the Canadarm 2. You'll notice, obviously, with Canada being a bilingual country. Here. There, and all the extreme edges. And a couple there. A couple there. And let's see, that's probably about it for pen drawing. Now, I wanted to do one more thing before I go, and that is just drop some channel names for you, some little shout outs. But interrupted there, there was a noise that I had to go deal with. So, where was I? Yep, so I've already told you about getting scalped around the lug, so that's cool. The other ones are as follows. Denny Ken. Denny Ken does talk, and so it's like you get to know the person, and there's a little bit of a personal connection there. But yeah, I guess a lot of people out there do still like soft-spoken whisper, rambles, and that's what this is, obviously. So, and even more so specifically guys, and then more so in my case, specifically Scottish accent. So for those of you who are here for that, thank you, and thank you to all my new subscribers again. And again, I'm sorry I was away for so long. I'll show you those in a minute. East Gillespie, Midlothian. I didn't know Colorado was Scottish, but yeah, they were just having a laugh. Anyway, New Mexico, Black Rock, Glen Rio. Oh, interesting, it says from Scots Glen plus Spanish Rio, meaning river. So there's a mishmash between Scottish and Spanish. Glen Rio, I like that. Glenwood, Hope, Kingston, Logan. So this is Eastern Canada. Nova Scotia to be specific. These are ice formations on a lake. This is a giant air bubble. You see some pretty amazing things with ice. Everything looks different, everything is unique. I love that. Driving in winter can definitely be a bit of a challenge, but it can also be a lot of fun as well, as long as you're careful. Through my work, and yeah, it's good because I mean it's just a little perk, right? I mean, we all end up in the same hospital, but it's nice to get a little bit extra, right? And make it look as though I'm not too pasty white. So I've got spice wreath scented candles right here, which I love scented candles. I get loads of them. I usually get loads of them for my Christmas time, for my Christmas presents. People ask me what I want, and I'm like, scented candles. Yeah, this one is pure cotton. To be honest, these ones I don't think are that great scent wise, but they give off a nice warm light, obviously because they're candles. So yeah, I'm going to keep going with the singing bowl in the hope that it's working really well, and if not, whatever. Put some table salt in it to keep it nice and sterile. Aye. You don't have any table salt. Okay. You don't have any table salt. Okay, well, just put some. You got any vinegar? Right, get some vinegar in it then. And Stevie, Stevie, we're no paying 500, mate. No chance. No chance. We're not going to pay 500 for that. We're not paying 500, mate. No way. That's what you get for not keeping some proper... You're not even keeping any table salt in your house. Yeah, cups in front. That's technology. That's 100% scientific proof as well. You're not just doing it from some random guy that talking pure science, pure faith. Right. So that's part of the plan. That's part of it. And don't just excited because I'm the one, because you know what I'm saying. So that's the thing. I just want to make sure. We'll see. Because there's a good chance. Those guys definitely sold me. To the action. Really put you on the spot. So, what do you think? Does that sound like a good idea? You like that? Yeah? Good. Because I'm getting tired and I need to finish this script. My eyes, well, that's me. I need to finish this script and get off to bed. And it's driving me mental. Okay? Totally mental. So, more face touching. Like, should I... You know, I know people like the hand movements, but should I really get in there? Or... I was thinking of using like pen or something, you know, like as I'm writing, I'm gonna get you. You better do as you're told. But I do have one more thing that I want to show you, read to you actually. Is a poem that I wrote, which is written a little bit in Scots, a little bit in my slang, people call slang, my own dialect. We'll see how that goes. Well, I've been doing it for a while, and it is going really well. So I'll look forward to having a clear head and a productive weekend, and next weekend I'll have some beers. Because I'll have deserved it by then. What are you doing? I mean, it was obviously a clickbait title, but you tapped on it or clicked on it anyway. I mean, it was obvious that it was just, you know, clickbait. I guess I'm just a bit disappointed in you. Just look up. Actually, don't do that. Look straight at me. This is going to be really bright, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. I think there is a issue there with some of the... Right, okay. Just... I see. Aye. Yep. I think I know exactly what's going on there.
last one is going to be even narrower, maybe about there. That size, smaller, then smaller. And that gives us a little bit of an illusion. It's a little bit wrong. I'm going to just close that one up a bit. The fan is currently mounted to blow the air through the heatsink to the top of the PC and out the vent. But also there's a main extractor fan, which I think is my noisiest one, but it's not too bad. I did actually have it mounted on the other side to pull, but now it's blowing, so.
Do you like? What do you like?
Deputy Secretary General of the Constitution Court said all 15 judges resolved unanimously, oh, there's a typo, that Mr. Rakiet had acted in breach of Article 295 of the Constitution. So is that a little bit more accurate to what he looked like? Yeah. Okay. That's great. I appreciate your cooperation with that. Now I just want to make sure that you're okay, and that you're going to get all the help you need, okay? And that we have a really good counselor here. He's seen a lot of these things happen, and you know, he won't treat you like just like another number. Although you do have a number, I'll give you your number actually before I forget. He is mostly done, and now we're looking at what's going on here. For some reason, I think, let's just get that tidied up there. Okay, I don't know what, you know, how I could possibly answer that, but yes. And salmon fillet. Okay, switched my watch to Thai time. 1954 hours Thai, GMT +7, seat 46K, the window above the wing on the right side. I just got a can of ice cold Thai beer, 6%. I have to get my hands on some of that when I get to Bangkok. It got tough for the younger crowd, like yourself. And even for me, although I'm sort of borderline. I have no trouble wearing grey, plain clothes. It doesn't bother me. You know why? Because I'm invisible. I think this camcorder could come in handy for future videos. I may have to add it to my lineup. It is a JVC Everio, which I think is probably about 10 years old or older. So very clever. Very clever. That was a smart move. I'm impressed. I really am. And, but yeah, I think I had a couple of people find it, but then
was a real niche within a niche, so. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Some sort of a structure here. We have a couple of drones, we have some blast scorch marks, which could probably use a little bit more definition. However, if I darken it too much, it's going to take away from these.
This recording. Okay, that's wonderful. Happy New Year. My name is Dr. Macpherson of the Caledonia University Neurologic Technology Department. Based on the feedback I've received, that some of the words used in those titles were inappropriate, and I didn't notice that. So for any of you who may have been offended, if you're watching this and you've seen the original recording and it offended you, I would like to take this opportunity to profusely apologize, as no offense was ever meant. And I can assure you that such a thing would never happen again. The rude titles were picked up by a psychologist who received a copy of the cassette at the Frederick Academy of North New York State, who wrote a letter of complaint to my employer. And it was at that time that the Caledonia University Neurologic Technology Society decided to relieve me of my duties and cut funding for any additional ASMR experiments. I think perhaps they were just looking for a reason to get rid of me anyway. That one certainly didn't, so. But it's exactly the same. Same boat, same crossing. So. Arrived Cosamet, got a taxi, a pickup truck with benches. I says, no, Peter, I can't take all your fat. He says, I don't smoke. I says, well, yeah, he says, no, I don't smoke, sir. Gave it up years ago. Gave it up years ago. And that's me, I'm like, right, pal, so you've got these facts, right? You've got his money. Is there something going on here? What'd you do it for? What'd you do it for? Oh my goodness. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. This is something else. This is your time.
just for you to simply stop at various locations in roughly a direct line between our solar system and Proxima Centauri. They were sent to listen, but not just to listen. The ultimate goal was, of course, to light the beacons and hopefully draw a line in space pointing towards Earth. I'm going to highlight this text. I'm going to choose a colour, and you're not going to let me down, are you? You're going to... Let's just do it. Let's just do this. Okay, select text, there we go, highlight, colour dropper. There is just one small thing that was highlighted in the performance report, and it's more a matter of protocol. Okay, it's just a small thing. Something we really need to make sure is correctly established is how we communicate in a corporate environment. Okay, you know, we want to make sure that we use the right terminology to effectively communicate our ideas, our visions to those on the shop floor who have to carry them out. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, okay, so I've been asked to talk to you about this because I actually have a level 3 certification in business lingo from the Business University Language Library. So we'll be using some of the expertise that I obtained on that half-day course. You press enter. In there, you will see a tab called Startup Items. Okay. Base. So that it doesn't, you know, have a thick cable which is going to top it over. Tip it over. So yeah, into the charger, of course. Nice, even coverage, targeting all those spots. One of the lowest infestations of rat and mice in Wolfie. Yep, very few complaints. Very few complaints about that. Yep, so, you know, that's a positive. You know, you might, if you're here one night, you probably won't see any. You might see a couple. You know, you probably won't see any, maybe one or two in the middle of the night. But you know, the rats, I find, they don't really bother you. Like, you can hear them, but they don't jump on your bed or anything like that when you're trying to sleep. Do you know what I mean? They just sort of run around the room. Sometimes they have a wee fight. You know, they'll play fight with each other, and that's actually kind of cute. Oh, a pillar. Of calmness, which is going to ground you that's gonna sit right in the middle of you is $150. It says it right there. And a new mirror, a whole new mirror, which comes with a wee tube of this glue. Is $145. Isn't that crazy? It's cheaper to get a whole new mirror with the glue and all that. It's just mad. So we don't need to worry about the 150. That's out of the way. So 1,600, $1,745 will be your total for today. Oh, except I just remembered the shock absorber only has a 10-day warranty on it. It's okay. It's okay. Let's just go for it. Is that cool? Okay. Give it a good dose, good measure. That's going to repair the optic nerve. That is going to send and refresh all those signals into the brain. Volt adapter, 1 amp output, and it's for 100 to 240 volts, so it's multi-nation. So that's cool. And this is extremely useful. This basically extends the length of the power cable. It's just an extender. Doesn't look like much, but it adds a few meters, which you need, right? Because these things are typically mounted on a wall, up high, in a corner. This happens all the time, the first few times, and it's a real pain in the arse, because you know, you realise you're dreaming, you're standing, I don't know, on the Empire State Building or something, and you're like, oh, this is amazing, I'm gonna fly, and then you wake up and you can't. No, actually, it doesn't sound delightful at all, but you seem to be enjoying it, so that's fine. We can just make this a one-off, perhaps. And there's plenty of a gap there, so that the paper does not bunch up. I might have made too much of a gap, but that's okay. I'm sure we'll be all right. Now here we run the risk. You know, this is going to be folded here.
way of speaking. Again, if you know, your Scottish auntie comes over and she sits down in your favourite seat, you could just go, yeah, have your arse, smash seat. Like, that would be level 10. She'd probably have a heart attack or something. In all honesty, most of the time I turn it down, because it's usually something I'm just not interested in. I got one recently for sunglasses, fashion sunglasses, and I'm just not a fashion sunglasses kind of guy, so I said no. But this, given the nature of the job, is something that I would actually use. Just got a kind of neck full of snow there, so you know, I'm like to live life dangerously, so either that or my dandruff is getting really bad. Some very unflattering shots there. I had to cut out a little bit more than what it looked like, and a little bit more. The correct path. You will make mistakes. You will not be punished for them. So let's check it out. There we go. We have 12 bottles in there, and I have no real clue what the supposed benefits are of each of these, but I did take the liberty of Googling it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh my goodness, that is way, way better than I expected. Way, way better than I expected. Right. God, I don't want to get it right in the middle of your eyeball, but sometimes, can you feel that? At least I think you understand what I'm saying, that you will be fine. You will join our welcoming, loving, caring community with open arms, as long as you follow the rules and pay your dues. Okay. I mean, we'll contact you at various steps to offer support and mentor you on your journey. And then we can get some more. It's like you're tricking it. And you smash through them, and then eventually you get tired and you can't smash through them anymore. Does that sound familiar? Yeah. I think it's also on us to recognise when we see other people succeed that we see them strike the rock on the 101st blow. Return to your house if it's still there. You can return to your work or find a new one, or you can go home to your own country, whatever you want to do. But you know what, you can even go to the authorities and tell them that you were trapped or lost, or you hit your head and you
got amnesia, you can make up any story you want to explain your absence from your life and from your family. Go ahead and do that if you want, that's fine. But if you mention me, if you say one word about me, if you say one word about us, I have put aside a significant portion of money, just enough to make sure that one of my colleagues will introduce you to the second part of the poison. Okay, so let's just use that as a frame of reference. It's on the left side of your nose now. So your left ear should be picking up with the same level of clarity everything you just heard with your right ear. Are we good? Okay. But it's wrong. It's completely wrong. The UK is not like the EU. Okay. The EU does not sit at the United Nations as one country, but 27, 28. So each individual member is their own country.
This is where I learned about cultural diversity and its limits. Diplomacy. Sometimes having to break your own rules to get stuff done, but staying true to your values as much as you can. It was all right here. And the cool thing about it too is there was overlap. And by the way, yes, this is all political. It always has been, for anybody who's wondering. So, just about the time TNG finished, there was a movie called Generations. That was happening while DS9 was on. And then they got their second movie, First Contact. And then it was quite a while before they managed to fund the final movie. Already unscrewed the one screw that was holding it in. So here you can see the 3 remaining blades. There were actually 4, but the 4th one decided to come flying off as well. find yourself at the cinema, you're watching a scary movie or an emotional movie, you know, a sad bit of the movie, it's a good idea, but you have to time it right. But it's a good idea to just sort of slip your hand around their shoulder for a wee bit of moral support, a wee bit of emotional support. Well, I mean, since you've been an adult, I don't normally put the wee bairns in purgatory. The wee bairns go straight upstairs, do you know what I mean? But have you done anything naughty in the last, I don't know, 5 years or something? Do you want to confess to me about right now? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check. Plastics, there's backpacks. It's, I mean, it's not like you're going to wipe down every wee thing, but I guess just the kids have been well trained now. They've been so used to this. I didn't write that on here for the benefit of this video. It was already there. This is my very first digital camera, which I bought in Shandwick Place in Edinburgh's West End, and I think it was November 2002. Be very, 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 very careful with those golfs, right? Oh, right, now your license plate or your registration plate, whatever you call it, is it in the middle or is it off to the side? It is off to the side. Brilliant. That's what we want. Good, good, good. It's cosmetic, but it adds a few more points to the application. So now, for an important safety question, this is for people around, pedestrians mostly. Do you rev your engine quite loudly when you're near a group of people? We see a group of people, you rev your engine. You do. That's very good. It's a safety measure. Well, as I'm sure you already know, the horn on a Civic, well, it sounds a bit like a leaky balloon. It's not exactly very attention grabbing. Some people tend to laugh at it. So, internet and smartphones. Nobody really grounds themselves anymore in the now. Right now is always right now. And if we just don't really ground ourselves in the here and now, I feel like we start to lose our grounding. We start to lose our basic enjoyment of everything around us and ourselves. Your mind clear. So currently we're providing NASA with tools that can measure down to 9.8 bow hairs in length. It's amazing, you know. Next year, our next generation tools, we're aiming to get to 6.8 bow hairs. So it's like I said, that's the thing. You know, you're doing this stuff and you get no fame,
no glory. And as long as you're okay with that, then you'll be a good fit for our organisation. 21.2. Hmm, 21.2. Alright, that is great. Now let's just do some angles here from your nose to the edge of your chin diagonally. Again, a nice round 10 centimeters. That is suspiciously accurate. Okay. Fire. Water. Not water. Water. Almost like what are. Sure. Data, not data. I'll go right to the bottom because I've kept them. And I got people to do a bunch of test comments. Muzz, muzz, muzz. Comment is no longer available. Muzz, muzz, muzz. Comment is no longer available. Anything with the word muzz. That one made it through. The odd one does make it through. Yo, muzz. This comment is no longer available. And comment is no longer available. Testing, testing, muzz. That one made it through. Sleeping artist. This comment is no longer available. And that one made it through. You think that what other people think of us is a valve which restricts all of us. I bet that for everybody who has had a moment to reflect on their life in certain circumstances, I'm betting loads of them have thought, oh, I really, really wish I didn't care so much about what other people thought about me. And grab, and grab, and grab, and grab, and grab. That's it. And grab. On what you see, and only you can decide on whether or not what you're looking at is the real deal. Needless to say, if you successfully spot one of these Abrams tanks, you need to stay away and hide and use your best judgment. I will leave this with you. Protesting. Something like that. Oh, you were? You actually were you? It's the first time I've heard that. Peacefully protesting. Okay, and what exactly were you protesting? There's our wee kitty. He's come to see us. Fuzzy. Hey. What you seeing? Yeah? What's going on? Yeah, you say hello to everybody. Good kitty. You've been eating grass again? You have, haven't you? I can tell. Naughty. Let's see your face. Come on. Everybody wants to see you. Alright, well I know you're going to love this catwalk when it's done, because you're a cat, so... Oh, that's a terrible, terrible dad joke. Was that even a dad joke? I don't know if that even qualifies as a dad joke. I know, it's absolutely roasting it there, mate. I was going to have lunch, but that's okay. I will just settle for a wee snack. And we'll go from there. Right, so who have we got here? Sarge.
What?
This is the same one that we had last week. The one that got wide, the one that won't speak.
So what? Doesn't matter, just interview them. Go, mate.
Well, what's the point in going through all the names? I know they're not going to speak.
Just do it, mate. Nobody cares, mate. Just do it.
Fine. Whatever.
Do your job.
Whatever. How's it going? Nice to see you again. I hope you've been enjoying your time in here for the last... What's it been, a week? Yeah, you must be getting bored of it by now, no? Whatever. Sometimes you have to break the rules for a wee bit. If you have to do it, you have to do it. It's just the way it goes, right? Please forgive if you hear the traffic going by. I had to open up the windows today because the humidity is very Scottish day out there. Very drizzly and grey, but I am not going to complain because we need the water. A lot of us around here are on wells. Hey, you're alone. Good, good. Did our mutual friend tell you what this was about? Okay. Yeah, I have an opportunity for you. For both of us. I need to make sure that you are completely discreet about this. Okay. So, as you know, things have kind of started to settle down a wee bit after the... People are calling it the apocalypse. I don't know if that's a bit dramatic or not, but it's almost like the writers were like, look, we've covered this, and this, but we haven't done... Healthcare's a real issue in North America, in the United States of America right now. Let's do an episode on that. What sound? Was I making a sound? What? That sound? Oh, sorry. I don't know. Did it bother you? Did it bother you? I just want over too. I do. Things are getting pretty complicated out there for me, and I don't need you. You're just gonna... You're a complication, I'm sorry, but yeah. And... it's easier if you just stay out of the way. Or a lot of stress. Maybe we can just figure out a way to tune it out. Okay? And I think that's a good idea, because that way it's almost, it won't affect us so much. It basically allows us to put our shields up. I like that saying, putting your shields up, because as you know, I'm a Star Trek fan. So. I've got another package here. It's actually been sitting on my office floor for about 6 weeks. Because I really wanted to let you and open it with me, because everybody still loves unboxing videos, right? Okay. Just going to take the filter off now. What I saw there was that the crinkling sound of the plastic, it definitely distracted you. And I'm wondering if it lowered the temperature somewhat of that thought. And follow the light just with your right eye. Now we'll get you to close your right eye and open your left eye. We'll start working on the sacrifices, and I don't see any reason why we can't have those as well as things like the vaccines and that at the same time. Do it at the same time. Maybe for every 5 people we vaccinate with the most advanced technology, we sacrifice like a cow or something. Do you know what I mean? Just to see